Yeah,
Hello, Xavier. Pleasure to meet you. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
yeah, sure. So my name is Xavier Poiré. I'm from Quebec City, Canada. I joined the real world maybe a year and a half ago, something like that.
Mhm.
Uh, I joined because I started a business in Quebec City, where I'm from. It was a water pressure business that I started, and I wanted to know more about business and who else but the top G you can learn from. Yes. So I just thought $50 a month seems very reasonable for an online school, and I just purchased it without thinking about it too much, not knowing it would really change the course of my life. First campus I've been to was the business campus with Professor Arno Wigan, aka the best professor, and
Propaganda.
yeah, so then I learned about the Top G tutorial, and this really changed my life forever, the way I operate in general as well. And I just applied this in my business. I made some money, and then I joined other campuses, did many stuff, and now I'm running a social media agency. We also do paid ads, and yeah, it's been a journey, still going at it, but yeah, it's pretty much it. Pretty
Okay.
much it.
Which campuses would you say contributed the most to what you're doing now?
So there's a thing in the real world that gets a little bit of heat. It's called campus hopping. Yes, I wouldn't consider
Mhm.
myself a campus hopper because I don't because right now I'm really like in the business mastery campus. Okay, but I did hop to learn the skills, and I would say the one that contributed the most is definitely business mastery because this is where you really learn about like sales, business. But I will say that the main skills I have, like the core skills that is at the core of my business, is video editing. And I learned that from the content creation AI campus from Pope. I also learned it from the affiliate marketing, video editing. And first when I came to my clients, I came at them with video editing services, and I really built it up from there. So that was very, very important for me. I would say it's a good reason for the money I make. But business mastery, it's hard for me to say, but there's so much value in there. It's just crazy. But no, I would say business mastery. Business mastery is the
Mhm.
campus that makes me a lot of money because now I do marketing services for my businesses. But you know, so yeah.
Yep. How did you go from pressure washing to video editing?
Yeah, it's so when I started water pressure, it's just something I saw on YouTube. I wasn't in the real world yet.
Mm.
Funny is, it's part of the real world, but I mean, I started water pressure with one of my friend, and well, I went and just knock on door to make some sales. I also approached businesses because like I knew friends that knew friends that had businesses, and these businesses were mainly car dealers, truck dealer. I had truck dealer, RV dealer in Canada. We have like RVs, and I used to wash their truck, basically to clean their fleet. And
Mhm.
when I joined the real world, I wanted to know more about business. I wanted to scale it up. But the thing with water pressure, I live in Canada. In Canada, we have a very cold winter. So during the winter, there's no really water pressure going on because the water freezes and it's just a mess. So we don't really do that. And during the winter, I had no business. And I knew that I wanted to go full time in business. But if I don't work in the winter, then it's a problem. But I
Mhm.
was in the real world. So I just looked in the real world and I saw that there's a course, the business mastery course, that they sell marketing as a service. And since I learned video
Mhm.
editing, I noticed that the business I water pressure for didn't really make any videos on their car. They didn't advertise online, um, and I knew the owner because I was his cleaner. So I just went to see the owner that I had a relationship with, and I just made him the pitch. I just told him, you there's a real opportunity with social media and like marketing online, video editing, and I could do it for you. I could do it for you. Just trust me like you trust me to clean your fleet." And he did. Okay, yeah, sure, go ahead. And that's what I did. So I had a first. So my first contract was one of my existing client. I just switched the services. It was water pressure services. Now it was marketing services. And then he
Okay.
just trusted me for like a little short period of time, and then I provided results for him,
Mhm.
and then we just like did business again and again, and now I do business with them all year long.
Mhm. And did you use that as a testimonial to land other clients for video editing as well?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, always
And how did
leverage.
you outreach to those new clients?
Sorry.
How did you outreach to new clients? Was it completely cold DMing? Was it for referrals? How did that go?
Yeah, referral, in my opinion, is always the best. Referral and warm lead is a very great playground for people in sales. I know it because I've been a salesman since I'm 19 years old. So referral is really like when you do like a good service for like a client, and then they just refer you somebody else. Warm lead is more you going to your existing client and asking them, do you know somebody that could uh, benefit from this kind of services? And then they just go, if they're happy with you, they're gonna give you a few numbers, because every business owners know other business owners. We all flock together. In my opinion, it's always the best way. Like really, and this is like my main playground. But I do a lot of cold outreach as well, and I go see people. I go see people in their businesses. I just go there if I see a good opportunity. So social media, it's all online, so it's pretty easy to just notice if there's a good opportunity. You can just go check on their website. You go check on their social media. You look for opportunity. If they don't post on social media and you want to give them video editing, then they don't post. They need to be posting. You need to be consistent. And yeah, so yeah, mainly cold. So yeah, so referral, warm lead, cold approach, cold calling, and then cold email. To me, it's like this is the way I operate.
It seems you have good charisma. So if you go in front of them to the business, like in person, seems they're more likely to accept as well. Just because of from what I've seen so far, how you've been speaking, I'm sure they're a lot more open to working with you because of how you are as a person.
Yeah, I agree. It's more powerful. It's very more powerful, and I know there's a lot of guys in the real world that they're afraid of it, and I understand. Like if you've never done it, you'll be like kind of like intimidated by it. But you just do it once. Stop being a pussy. Just go do it once, and then you're maybe not gonna be good. Just then do it another time, then do it another time, and I guarantee you it works. And people, they trust you more because you come like physically, or you call them. Even calling them is good. So it's just more powerful, and you get to work on your charisma. You get to work on your sales skills too. So it's good for you and it's good for your business. So just do it. That's what I think.
Mhm. Exactly. So, what has that translated to in terms of income for you? So, the things you've been doing, pressure washing, video editing, what have you scaled that to so far?
Well, I mean, water pressure. I mean, I didn't really scale it. I made about 20K like water pressuring the first summer I did while working. So it was like more of a side hustle, side business. And then I started to like during the winter I started flipping couches from another campus. So I did money with that, and then I started to sell marketing as a service. Sorry. In term of, I would say I made about probably 80K in the last 8 months doing my services. So that, yeah,
Mhm.
approximately it.
So, quite solid. You mentioned couch flipping. How much of that, like, how much did you actually end up earning in couch flipping? Because that's a course that's taught to people in the real world for when they have zero to start with
Yeah,
and just start
yeah, yeah.
flipping things. So,
Oh, that was
and I
fun.
haven't actually interviewed many people from there. So, how was that as a campus, and how did you get into it?
Yeah, no. If you so what it's called the Osler campus,
Mhm.
and it's really for people who want to make money quick. and that was my situation because it was like the beginning of the winter between the water pressure season and me having the marketing business. So I had basically, well, I had a job, I had a part-time job, and I had no business. So I was like, shit, I need to get some money. I need to get some money. So I just saw like the campus given by the great Professor Dylan Moneybag, and yeah, I just like check the courses and I applied it right away. It's super easy and it's so fun. It's oh yeah, flipping is fun. Uh, Probably make like I remember I made like approximately 5K from that, approximately, yeah, more or less. But it was like it's quick money. It's just it's not. I mean, it's hard to scale because if you want to scale it, then you have to have like some room, more room, and I just had a little apartment, so was but it was really fun because like you get to negotiate with people. Then you see that old lady selling a couch and she takes like shit photos of it, and then you text that lady, you're like, oh, so like what is it? And then she tells you, yeah, it's a brand new sofa I just bought on Wayfair. It's brand new, but and then you're like, oh, that's gold. And then you just go and get it, and then you sell it like twice as much. It's really fun. I had a good time doing it, but it's not a scalable business. I wanted to have something serious, so I did it for like maybe 2 3 months. Yeah, 3 months since, and then I started the marketing stuff.
Yep. And how has the video editing and marketing scaled? How many clients are you working with? In terms of services, what exactly are you offering? And can you reveal roughly pricing for those services?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, it changed over time, right? It changed over time because when I first pitched it, I came with a price that I thought was fair. I used the advice of the professors in terms of pricing. So what I did for the pricing, I just thought about a price that would make sense for me. For me, for example, it was like, okay, I want to be paid, let's say, $50 an hour. It makes sense for me. Okay, so for this job, I assume it's gonna take me like 10 hours. Okay, then I'm gonna charge 500. So this was like my thinking, and I didn't really know how much time I was gonna spend on the job itself. So the first job I quoted was for 900 bucks for a month, and it was 3 videos a week, really just video editing, just like going there, filming the videos, and then just like editing them, then sending the videos to the employee in charge of the social media, and then she posts them. And it was like a 900 bucks. But then I provided results for like 3 months. So then I just had a meeting after with the boss, and I just like told him, yeah, I want to do more, I want to make more, and then I sold it for approximately 2,500. Yeah, yeah. So 2.5K, sure. So 2.5K a month, and it goes from usually for this kind of for like video editing, it goes for like per month. I usually go 1,500 to 2,500 per month, depending on the package, depending on the number of videos that they want. And I also do a lot of marketing, so marketing campaign on Meta, and I also do Google Ads. So this really depends on like what kind of campaign like the client wants. But usually this goes from 1,000 per month to 2,000 per month. And right now I have six of these clients recurrently. So I manage their accounts like recurrently. It gives me approximately 7K a month, uh, like to manage them. And sometimes I get just a client that wants a video, client that want to just like run a quick ads or something like that. But these are not recurring revenue, so it's not like in the recurring cash flow. But then I do them as well, so it has to the cash. But yeah, does that
Very
answer the
solid.
question?
It does. And it seems you've been able to start traveling with that recurring money that you're making now, considering you don't need to be in a certain location in order to earn it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So,
Yeah.
how did the travels come about, and what are you doing? What are your plans for traveling?
Yeah, I just love it. It was always the dream. It was always a dream, like to. I think it was all of our dream in the real world. Like we want to just free ourselves for real, like being free, like to go wherever you want, whenever you want. For me, I always just hated winter, and in Canada, it's cold, very cold during the winter, and there's nothing to do. I like to be outside, so I wanted to travel, and now I started to travel because for a long period of time I had the money to travel, but then I was like, oh no, I need to be like attached to my location because my business is there and I want to be close to my business. I don't want to leave like for too long. But then I just realized, okay, I'm gonna take like a quick vacation and see how it goes. And then I took the vacation, and then the results still came in. And since I spent so much time in like my own base, now I have connection there, so I don't need, so they can do the work for me. So I can just like have employee like outsource it. Yes, outsource it to my connection there, and it works very very well. I have to pay for my people, but it's all good. I mean, I can do it easily, and then I can just travel the world, and I work every day. You have to, you need to work every day, otherwise your business dies. But I get to travel, and it's very nice. I'm
What
really
parts
enjoying
of the
it.
business do you work on now?
Sorry.
What parts of the business are you working on now, as opposed to what you've outsourced?
Oh, so now I'm more on sales. I'm more on sales and marketing and creating the brand, like developing the brand of the company. Because for so long I developed my clients' brand, but now that my clients like their brand, like is they have better socials, they have better campaigns. Now I want to do it for my brand, so I'm creating a lot of content, recording myself doing making videos. I'm doing that. I'm focusing on sales, bringing the business in, which is all I'm about, because I'm a sales guy, and I just love selling. I love talking with people, just bringing business in. So I do that, and marketing. So like creating the campaign for my business, and I'm all about that part. It was all about the plan back then. Like maybe 3 4 months ago, I was more like in the operational, like creating the content, like going to film it, everything, and then editing. I did a lot of editing, and that was very time consuming. Now I hired an employee. The person does that for me, so all the editing is just off my hands, and the content creation as well, because I have a content creators for me now, and then I can just focus more on sales, bringing the business in. And it's been about like 2 3 months that I'm really like that. It was a process, that I just detach myself from the operational and going more into sales and just bringing the business in. And in my opinion, this is how I will scale it. Just bringing more business in the system, and then creating a sales team. Eventually, this is what I want to do. I want to add some salesmen in the team, and then just operate that thing. But it's going the way I want it to go.
Yeah, sounds like it, and doing very well. Um, for people listening who are, let's say, they're trying to do outreach, they're maybe trying to follow a similar path of doing video editing or marketing, and they just can't seem to land a client, or maybe they're doubting themselves, is it actually possible? So basically, people who are still just starting out, what advice would you have to them, considering what you've achieved so far?
You have to refuse to give up. Giving up is not an option. It's either you keep on going, or you just or you die. There's no like plan B or anything. You just gotta land one. And I'm telling you, if you're listening to this, just land one, and you'll be good. Then it's gonna be more easy. If you haven't land one yet, just land one. One. Just do it. Go to the course. Listen to the professor. They tell you everything you need to do. You just need to apply it. And of course, it's gonna be uncomfortable. But like, who said it was gonna be comfortable? Like, why would it have to be comfortable? Like to make a sales. Like it's not the way it's supposed to go. It's all about growing. You need to grow. And if I did it, look, I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the smartest cookie on the planet. If I did it, everybody can do it. So I mean, and there's plenty of other G's that did it in the real world. So just don't give up. Refuse to give up. If you want to have like a very practical trick, really just do it with warm approach. Go warm, warm, warm. Ask for your friends. Ask for your family. Do they know? Like, well, it depends of your. If you want to do video editing, then you want to do video editing for businesses or for influencers, or for person that want to have a personal brand. So you ask for your family, you ask for your friend, you ask for everywhere you go. You just ask, do you know somebody that would benefit from this kind of service? Just ask. Just ask it. Ask it a nice way. And people, if you ask them for help, usually they will help you. People are nice in general. So if you ask them the right way, they will help you. And then you just call these people, hey, this person. So I would say, go warm. Warm is more easy. Cold is always going to be more difficult. You got to be more of a skilled operator. So yeah, hope that helps.
Mhm. Cool. And then, yeah, if you do find someone warm, even if it's for a lower amount, you can always use that as a testimonial for cold outreach in future,
Yeah,
which helps a
yeah.
lot.
They teach us that in the real world. Yeah, of course. You use it as a well. It's what I did. My first client is I didn't make it for like super like expensive. It was like a first client like of marketing. It was $700 for a month, which is not super expensive. No, sorry, it was 700 Canadian, so it was like 500 like US. You know.
Mhm.
So like, I mean, I did it for that, but now and then I just use it as a like testimonial for other clients, and then I just increase the price as I provided result. But you need to get in the water. You need to wet yourself if you want to swim.
Mhm. Yeah. Was it? And what are you doing for pressure washing? Are you ever going back to that once it warms up in Canada, or are you fully done with it and you're going all in into video marketing and editing?
Nah, it's no. I mean, pressure washer. I will never regret doing water pressure. I will never regret it. I learned so much just in terms of cleaning. I could clean any house, any driveways. I could clean it, and I learned a bunch of stuff. And as for business, it was good, but I will not go back to it because it's really hard to scale. Business models in the real world are just superior, in my opinion. Yeah, it's hard work. A lot of respect. If there's G's listening to this that do water pressure business, shout out to you guys. You're the real G because I know it's really, really hard to do. Just finding employee to do that, Jesus, it's because it's got to be clean. It's got to be clean, and sometimes it's really hard to like clean it. So you need like good employees. You need to be with them. It's hard to find. You got to pay them, and but yeah, it's a real hassle. So no, I will not go back. I will not go back to this.
Mhm. Cool, cool. All right. So, what plans do you actually have for the future then? So, if we were to go short term, medium term, long term, whether it's with business or personal life, what do you have planned?
Yeah, well, I mean, for business, I want to scale it. I want to scale it to at least 100K per month. Like at the very least, it's like I really want that business to make me a millionaire. So I really want to push it. So I'm just brick by brick, man, client by client. You make a name, just calling people, bring the business in. I think it's a really good business model. It's just going to increase in demand. People they just want more social media stuff. They want more content. They want more marketing online. People are getting more online. There's more people every day that subscribe to social medias. So I really want to like keep following this way. But then it's just about putting the reps in, putting the time in. I believe in my like in my system. Just keep building it. But as far as this year, at the end of the year, I would like to have a sales team. I would like to have like a 3, 4, 5 guys like selling my service. So I really want to work on that, and just keep bettering the system. So this is for business. This is my main priority. Business is really always my main priorities. Other than that, training super hard. I want to train every day, like at the gym. Super important for me. I love going to the gym. Fighting too. So I had my objective for that. I wanted to end the year with 100 gram of muscle in myself and with a 10% body fat. So right now I'm like 94. Last time I checked, 94 gram of muscle with a 15% body fat. Now I want a 10% body fat and 100 grams. No, it's not 100 grams. 100 pounds. Sorry, 100 pounds of
Mhm.
muscle. 100 gram is really weak. And yeah, so this is for fitness. And this is for fitness. This is for business. Spend time with the family. Super important. Keep the family good. This is what I want to. And yeah, it's pretty much my main focus: business, fitness, relationship, and yeah, that's my main three stuff.
Very cool. Do you have a? Would you be able to share the plan you have for how you're going to get sales team built? Like, where do you plan on hiring, or basically anything else that comes to mind for that?
Yeah, well, sure. So I'm thinking about hiring like a local salesman, like from where I'm from Quebec, because I think there's so much opportunities there. You know, there's a lot of good businesses that don't really use social media, so I think there's room for improvement there. And if I want to sell there, then I gotta have salesmen from there. It's not like some guy they have like setters and stuff from other countries. In Quebec, it's more like if you want to be able to sell there, you got to be able to speak the language. It's a very well, it's my opinion. So I want to hire from like people from Quebec so they can sell my services. I will start with setters, in my opinion. Setters are like people that set you like a rendezvous. In English, it's yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Appointment, yes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they set you appointment. And so like they just I will show them how to outreach like cold emailing. I will tell them how to cold call people. I will show them how to just approach and then just set me some appointment in my agenda. This is what I want. And then when this works well, then I want to bring in a closer, so then he has some appointment, and then he can just close them, and then I can just like get a little bit away from it. So this is my plan. I think it's the right plan. We're gonna see it in real life. Next time we talk, I'm gonna be able to update you on it.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go. So in future, once you've built it out and you're scaling, we can do a follow-up interview to see how everything's going and get an update on your progress. And now my final question to you is: since the since this technically began in the real world, if you don't consider the pressure washing, but the business mastery lessons, the content creation, marketing, everything, since you let it all in the real world, what advice do you have to people who say the real world is a scam? And for $50, they're saying, but what if I get scammed? I'm not sure if I can join it. What do
Yeah,
you say to them?
I mean, have fun being broke, like a very wise man said. But I would say, I mean, and I've had friends. You're asking me this question. I have friends that I try to tell them. I try to tell them like it's $50, but the real investment is your commitment. So even if you pay like $50, even if it was free, wouldn't work for these people because it's the commitment. Like it's basically free. Like it's just $50 per month. It's like everybody spend. All of my friends that I told them join the real world is only $50. They all spend more on vape. So just for an example, and then they will say, yeah, but I don't know, maybe it's a scam. But I mean, bro, look, just just check it out for yourself and just commit. But like once you get in, if you are just committed to like check the courses and go check like the actual material and go judge the professors by their character, because you get to know the professor once you like hear about their stories and their lessons. The professors are very impressive guys. They're like very like legit rich guy. You can just know it by hearing them, and just give it a try, get in, see for yourself, listen to the actual knowledge, and then if you apply it, you will find gold. That's for sure. And you will not progress just financially, you will progress uh, like personally. You will become more strong, you will become more resilient, you will have a better mind. It's such a positive, like it's such a positive place. So I would say just stop. It's not. It's not money. It's not money. Like everybody's got $50. Come on. Well, where I'm from, actually, I don't want to.
Right, right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, well said. And now, if the people want to find out more about you or contact you, where could they do so?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can go check my company's Instagram. It's called Infini Marketing. Yeah, I can send you the the link maybe, but it's yeah, Infinity Marketing on
Yep.
Instagram. It's my company's. I'm creating a lot of content there. I want to make it a like a more like an organic type brand, just growing the socials and stuff. So I'm posting every day there. I'm posting about like social media tips. I'm posting about marketing tips, sales tip, how to get more sales, how to be better at marketing, how to just video editing tips and tricks, all that good stuff. So go check it out. And yeah,
Very cool. We'll add that to the description of video, so anyone who's interested, just check in the description. Xavier, thank you for coming on, sharing your story. Cool to see what someone who has a good mindset can actually achieve. Because a lot of what you've done is all mindset. Like so many people will not do the cold approaches to businesses because they'll just convince themselves of something. But you just go out and get it. So I guess go get it is what that's called. So purely from that, just how much you can achieve as well. I mean, you have charisma. You have. You said you're not that intelligent. You're pretty intelligent as well. Well, very intelligent for everything you've done. So you have all the traits, and so many other people have those traits as well. But then they just somehow convince themselves that they're not good enough or wherever else. So that's the only thing holding so many people back. So I hope by listening to what you've said and this interview, maybe for some of them, they'll have that click and be able to actually go out and go after it and
yeah,
achieve
of
what they
course.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope as well too. I hope as well too. Just gotta change your mindset, man. Just get in the real world. Just listen, apply the knowledge, and everything's gonna be good. It's a
Yep.
place for that. And yeah, I hope everybody's getting better. I hope all the real men of the real world, you just keep on going this path and just like get better. It's all about that. And I'm still getting better every day. Like I'm really humble about everything. Like there's always something new you need to learn. And yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for the interview, Lucas. It's been a pleasure. I've been a big fan of this interview. I remember back then I used to watch these interviews, and they inspired me a lot. Actually, I thought it was very nice. It's a nice way to promote the real world.
Amazing. Yeah. It's really cool to see how things go full circle. I'm having quite a few people now saying, I used to watch your interviews
Yeah,
a while ago, and now it's cool to actually be on it myself. Like,
yeah,
so I guess in your case, this as well. And now you're
yeah,
the
for sure.
one inspiring people as you were inspired by them. So yeah, really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll end there. So Xavier, thank you, and the next time.
Yes, of course. See you next time, Lucas.